Hi listeners, hi learners, welcome to my session, English session. Today I'll discuss right form of verb part 2. And right form of verb is very vast and large, and it encompasses different types of rules and almost all the grammatical rules of English language. So it takes a long time, and so I have divided the rules of right form of verbs into different parts. In the last video, I discussed part 1 that comprised 10 rules, and today part 2, right form of verbs, part 2. Today I will discuss another 10. I think you will remain with me and enjoy the session. And today I'll begin from rule number 11. Today, if the subject is third person singular number, and tense is present indefinite. Third person singular number, if the subject is third person singular number and tense is present indefinite, we will have to follow two conditions. The subject must be third person singular number and the tense will be present indefinite. But the subject may be third person singular number, but that may be different tense, present continuous, present perfect, or except present indefinite. There are some other tenses. In those tenses, subject third person or second person or singular plural, this rule is not applicable, but here it is applicable. If third person singular number, subject is third person, if subject is third person singular number and tense is present indefinite, we add s or es to the base verb or present form of the verb. This is the rule. If the subject is a third person singular number and tense is present indefinite, we add s or es to the base verb. But the question may arise, s or es, what do they mean? S or es, does it mean that if we use s in the place of es, it is all right? Or es in the place of s, is it all right? No. S is added to one type of verb and es is added to another type of verb. Firstly, I would like to give you, if we find any verb ending in s, double s, SAs, CAs, S double S, SAs, CAs, X, O, Z. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, 7. In this case, we will have to add es. Please try to remember, if any verb ends in S, double S, SAs, CAs, X, O, Z, we'll have to add es. We'll have to use yes. Let us discuss through examples. Suppose, very ordinary example, he, within the bracket, go to college, regularly. Here, regularly also indicates present indefinite tense. Here, according to the rules, here we see O. For that reason, we will have to add yes. He goes to college regularly. He goes to college regularly. This. And there may be, suppose, Miss M-I-S-S. In that case, Mrs. K-I-S-S, kisses. And in this way, if we find any verb ending in S, SS, SH, CH, X, O, Z, we'll have to add yes. And there are some differences. If any verb ends in Y, that means verbs ending in Y, preceded by a consonant, verbs ending in Y preceded by a consonant, Y will be replaced by I, and ES will be replaced by I, and ES will be added. So, dear learners, you will have to follow one thing: verbs ending in Y and preceded by a consonant. Preceded by means Y sits before, consonant sits before, or consonant found before Y. That is preceding. So preceded by a consonant, Y will be replaced. That means in the place of Y, we will use I. In the place of Y, we will use I, and later on we will add yes. So here you will have to see two changes. One, Y will be replaced by I. That means Y will be omitted, and in the place of Y we will have to use I. And number two, then we will have to add es to the verb. So this, and let me give you some verbs. One thing you will have to follow: Y preceded by a consonant, not vowel. Suppose carry. Here Y will be replaced by I, then yes. Try. TRIES. Y, here Y will be replaced by I, and then es will be added. Cry. Cries. Fry. Fry. Fries. In this way, there may be some other words ending in Y and preceded by any consonant. That Y will be replaced by I, and then we will have to add es. My dear learners, of course you are able to understand such type of ordinary rules, and these are very much known to you. I am just reminding you of the rules. And words, not words, verbs, we should say, we should mention them as verbs. Verbs ending in y, preceded by vowel, verbs ending in y preceded by vowel, vowel will take only s, nothing more, and there will be no change. Only s will be added. Y will remain intact, unchanged. And let me give you some examples. And this is easier rule than the before, the previous one. Here, play. We will have to add only s. Play, as vowel is before the y, vowel. We know vowel M is A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U are the vowels. So here you see y is preceded by a vowel, not consonant. So previous rule is not applicable here. Here we will add only s. Y will not be changed. We will use or add only s. And say, says, pay, pays, play, lays. So this is very easy. You'll have to remember or bear these rules in your mind, and this will be very much easy to you. And this is, so if the subject is third person singular number, the verb will take s or es if the tense is present indefinite tense. So let me move to another rule. 12. Next rule is 12. And you know, dear learners, you know, verb is very much variable, most variable part of speech in English language, and the right form of verb encompasses most of the rules of English language, English grammar. Suppose tense, it encompasses tense, subjects, moods, voices, structure, different structures, modals, and so on. So if you want to do good in such type of subject, that means right from a verb, you'll have to know those rules clearly. And now some words I'll write here which will seem to you singular, but actually they are plural. Suppose cattle, people. Suppose cattle, people, public, poultry, peasantry, police, army, peasantry, police, army, poultry, poultry feed, you know, poultry, hens and ducks. They are poultry. Gentry, mankind. Gentry, mankind, etc., 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 plus plural verb. Plural verb. Here, dear learners, here you see cattle. These nouns look singular. Actually, they are in meaning and in actuality they are plural. Cattle, plural. People, plural. Public, peasantry, police, army, poultry, gentry, mankind, etc. are plural. So, when these words will become, or any of them will become the subject, the verb will be plural. Suppose the cattle within the bracket be grazing in the field. Actually, the cattle here, the cattle, as I have already told you that these words, cattle, public, army, police, gentry, poultry, they are plural. They look like singular, but they in actuality they are plural. So the verb will be plural. So here be we know be is the base form of to be verb. Am is a was where, am is a was where, in future shall be, will be, and so on. Here the cattle, what would be, is or are. Of course, are will have to use are here. Is for only third person singular number, but here cattle, plural. Cattle is plural form, so we'll have to use are. The cattle are grazing in the field. I think this rule is very much clear to you, and I don't want to give you any more example of this rule. Rather, let me move to next rule. Next rule, and that is there will be some words, signal words. Suppose just now, already, just now, already, of late, recently, lately, just now, already, yet, recently, of late, ever, lately, ever, yet, ever, yet, etc. Dear learners, if you find such type of adverb in any sentence, you will have to use that in present perfect tense. Present perfect present perfect, present perfect tense. Present perfect tense here. So he has just come. He has just come. He has just come. He has just now come, or he has come just now. He has come just now. He has already come. He has already done the work. Of late, he has done the work of late. Recently, he has recently gone there, or he has gone there recently. Lately, he has lately met the man. Have you ever been to London? That means, have you ever gone to London? Have you ever been to London, or have you ever gone to London? Have you gone there yet, etc. So I would like to give you a written example only, as it is very easy rule, I think. But rule is easy when you will try to make it easy. That means you will have to bear this in your mind. You will have to exercise or practice these rules at home. He already do, within the bracket, do the work. He already do the work. If this we find in the question paper or anywhere, we'll have to think already. Already indicates present perfect tense. So we'll have to, we know present perfect tense, the structure of present perfect tense, subject plus have or has plus V3 plus extension. So he has, according to the structure, he has already will be used between the main and helping verb. Do here, according to the structure, it will take the third stage, third form. He has already done the work. He has already done the work. So in this way, you will solve other problems. If you find already, yet, ever, of late, lately, recently, just now, such type of adverbs you find in any sentence, you will make that present perfect tense. And next rule, if we find at the moment, at this moment, at this time, now, currently. Hello, dear learners, if you find at the moment, at this moment, at this time, now, currently, such type of adverb, if you find in the sentence, you will have to use them in present continuous tense. Present, in that case, present continuous tense. Present continuous tense. If we find at the moment, at this time, now, currently, these adverbs, if we find in any sentence, that sentence will be in present continuous tense. And of course, we know the structure of present continuous tense, and present continuous tense, subject plus am is as the helping verbs plus V1 plus ing plus extension. And you know, am is used with I, is used with third person singular number, and a is used with plural form of the subject. So suppose he within the bracket walk in the field now. As now or at the moment, at this moment, at this time, currently or now, any of them is found in any sentence, that sentence will be structured in present continuous tense. So he, we know am is, any of them will be used here. He is, and we'll have to add ing to the base form. He is walking in the field now. You see, this is, so I think if you follow this, it would not be difficult to you. And next, if we find any word, suppose I go before, any word indicating past, before, yesterday, day before, yesterday, day before yesterday, and ago before yesterday, day before yesterday, last night, last year. That means last plus time. That means last plus time indicating word will indicate past indefinite tense. Last time, last year, last week, last century, last millennium, last day, last night, last week, last month, last season, maybe many last date. So last plus indicating last plus time, and so this, if we find such type of or words indicating past, indicating past, past date, year, etc. This will be past indefinite tense. And you know, indefinite tense is also called present simple, past simple, future simple. You'll have to, and actually these are rules to be remembered. So cautiously, dear learners, you will have to remember or bear these rules in your mind to be correct in making sentences. Past indefinite. So if we find such type of words indicating past time, we'll have to use past indefinite tense. Suppose I, within the bracket, go there. I go there yesterday. It will be used in past indefinite tense. So past indefinite tense, subject plus the structure past indefinite tense, subject plus V2 plus extension. So the past form or V2 of go is went. I went there yesterday. This. So, dear learners, of course, you can understand this, and we will practice this at home, and it will be clear to you. Next rule, let me go to next rule, rule number 16. And as we are continuing part 2 of right form of rules of right form of verb, and this is very much known rules to you. These are very much known rules to you, but I'm just reminding of them. Suppose no sooner than hardly when scarcely when no sooner than, not then. You will have to follow the spelling THAN, then, and not then, THEN, then. That is indicating time, not then. And that is, then is used in THAN, then is used in comparative degree. But then can be used in many places, not in degree. Hardly when, scarcely when. And here, what are the relationship of them in solving the right form of verbs? Actually, there is tense related relationship. Suppose no sooner in this, and all these three structures will be used in the first portion will be past perfect, and last one past indefinite, So it is a matter of verb. As past perfect, the structure of past perfect is subject plus had plus V3 plus extension. On the contrary, the structure of past indefinite is subject plus V2 plus extension. We'll have to follow that. If the verb is here within the bracket here, we'll have to use had plus V3, either in the case of no sooner or hardly or scarcely, or here past perfect, and after then or when we'll have to use subject plus V2 plus extension, because V2, subject of V2 plus extension is the structure of past indefinite. So we'll have to very carefully use the rules, and let me give you a written example. No sooner had he, within the bracket, see me, then he ran away. Here, had a very easy matter to understand. Had, and after have, has, had, having, we use past participle of the main verb. Here, that is another rule, but according to the tense, we are to use past participle after had. So had, he. This is inversional. This is the system no sooner when we no sooner use a negative sentence. Had he, here he is the subject, had helping verb. So she will be written in past participle. No sooner had he, so no sooner had he seen me. Seen, you know, she saw, seen. This is a conjugation. No sooner had he seen me than he ran away. He ran away. This is an example of that rule. Next, 17. Rule number 17. This is also an easy rule. Had better, had rather, would better, would rather, let, must, plus bare infinitive. Bare infinitive. Bare infinitive, that means bare infinitive is of two types primarily, with two, infinitive with two, and infinitive without two. So here we will have to use bare infinitive, that means the base form of the main verb or present form of the main verb, just that. No two, that means without two we'll have to use. This is very easy rule, and let me give you an example. Suppose you had better within the bracket to go there. You had better within bracket to go there. Just bare infinitive. You had better. You had better go there. You had better go there. In this way, other words will be used. That means had better, had rather, would better, would rather, must, let. In this case, the verb which will be used after them will not take any to or any other form than only base form. And next one, 18. Next rule is 18. Here it is high time or it is time or wish or fancy plus subject plus V2 plus extension. That means if we find it is high time, it is time, wish, fancy, after them, if we find any subject, here you will have to see one thing, subject. After subject, the verb will be in the past form. That means verb to past form and extension. Let me give you an example. It is high time we, within the bracket, change our bad habit. So you see, it is high time, and after that there is subject we, and there is verb, and that verb will be in the past form. That means it is high time. It is high time we changed our bad habit. So if we find subject after height, it is time, it is high time, wish, fancy, we'll have to use past form of the verb. Suppose I wish I sang a song, not sing. I wish I sang, not sing. I fancy I sang. It is high time and it is time indicate the same meaning. And modal verbs, modal verbs are a type of auxiliary verbs. Suppose can, could, may, might, shall, should. Can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would, must, used to, what to, plus B1 plus extension. That means can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would, must, used to, what to. Whatever auxiliary verb or helping verb we may use, it's not a matter. We'll, after all of them, we'll have to use the base form. base form of the main verb. I can do this, I could do this, I may do this, I might do this, I should do this, shall do this, I should do this, I will do this, I would do this, I must do this, I used to do this, I ought to do this, and so on. So after all, we will have to use only the bare base form of the main verb. So I think it's not important. It's not so necessary to give you any written example. And it is very interesting rule. Suppose as if, as though, wish, fancy, fancy, wire. Actually, as if, as though, wish, fancy, if, fancy, as if, as though, wish, fancy. Actually, they indicate, all of them indicate unreality. So, in that case, whatever may be the subject may be I, we. In the case of every subject, every type of subject, every number of subject, we'll have to use to be, if it is to be verb, we'll have to use wire. As if, let me give you an example. That means for every subject, only wire will be used. Suppose he talks as if he, within the bracket, to be a mad. He talks as if he a mad. Here to be verb. If after as if, as though, as if, as though, wish, fancy, after these types of words, if we find any to be, that must be where, not was, not is. It must be where. Subject, whoever may be the subject. Suppose he talks as if he were a mad. He talks as if he were mad. He talks as if he were son of a minister. He talks as if he were a businessman. Actually, he is not a businessman. He is not a son of a minister. Actually, he is not a mad. But now his activities, his talking, his talks indicate some madness in him. But actually, he is not mad. So, in the subject may be you talk as if you were a mad. Karim talks as if he were a mad. Ruby talks as if she were a mad. Actually, for every type of subject, only were will be used if it is to be verb. So I think this is clear. And my dear learners, please do not forget to subscribe my YouTube channel Learn English with Ujjwal, and share, comment, like, and watch the videos from beginning to end. And I have some other the grammar related, English grammar related videos. You can watch them and invite some other friends to watch them. And in future, I'll make more videos, and I think in future my videos will become more effective and more important. And for that reason, to get my created videos automatically, please click the bell icon. To know more, thank you very much.